And good evening or welcome all as we carry on to protect Estelle from all the mean comments people have to say about her as we play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. And well, last time we played this we managed to fight an annoying boss on the streets, and we are here at the Urbe Royal Villa because all we need to do is basically find out who this lost child is and try and find their guardians. I'm assuming it's her because I think it's going to be the girl we met at the checkpoint, and of course the chat box is over in that direction. Big hi to Avian Jade saying happy Friday, it's almost the weekend there. Well, it is the weekend here at the moment, so hang on in there. We're almost at that point. Good evening to you, welcome.
Hey Fizz, the pigeons are all going pee-poo.
Right, yeah, whatever.
It's silly, pigeons have been going cuckoo since like forever.
As long as you get permission from the villa, you can eat here in the garden. Don't you think it'd be perfect for a family group thing? It really is a great spot for a picnic. Maybe.
Our family does come out here to the Royal Villa often. After all, the Queen was good enough to open it to us citizens. I couldn't bear not to be able to use it.
Yes, you prepare to have your family gatherings here in the garden. We can only go a certain directions with the camera, so we can't go as far as
American Fizz here!
Oh, go on, let's give it a try. Let's use the that's for best sell for getting small to medium sized fish, and then we'll use the river bug. Yay, we got a LeBurle carp, which is 19 reggae in length, and it spat out a tear balm. Nice! That was helpful, that's pretty good.
Huh? It's simple, but its garden has a very nice atmosphere. The shrubs and the lawn are very well tended. It's quite lovely. I'd imagine more of a showy place, but this isn't bad.
Well, maybe. So what's going on inside the villa? Oh dear, oh dear. The brace will be here any minute. Where could she have gone?
Hello?
Yes. May I ask what you... Huh? Wait, you're the...
Hello? I guess you remember us.
How could I forget? We all owe you greatly for what you did at the villa. And wait, that's...
Is something wrong, sir?
No. No, I'm mistaken. You just look like someone I know, miss.
Oh, do I remind you of your girlfriend, perhaps?
No, not at all. So I take it you are the team Elnan said would be coming.
Yeah, that's right. You're definitely okay, though. You seem kind of troubled.
It's about that lost child, actually. She's, how to put this, lost again. She told me, let's play hide and seek, and just vanished. I've been looking for her ever since.
Oh, crap.
I'll find her soon, I swear. Please wait in the lounge. You know where that is, right?
Well, yeah, I do, but you're lucky having some trouble. You sure you don't want a hand?
Are you sure? I wouldn't want to impose.
It's bad luck for us to back out now, anyway. If you could give us her name and description, we'll look for the girl.
Oh, thank you. She's a preteen girl wearing a white frilly dress and a black hair ribbon. She never gave me her name, though.
You didn't find out her name? Seriously?
She wouldn't tell me. Every time I asked, she just said,
It's a secret.
I think she came with her family, but I couldn't find her parents or anyone who knew her. My only option was to call you in the end.
I see. Hide and seek, huh? Energetic little girl you got there.
I'm not sure I'd say energetic. Precocious and whimsical is more like it. I got the distinct impression she was enjoying toying with the adults around her. Oh, a prank-loving...
Not happening. Not reading that out.
Then... yes, exactly. Where could she have gotten off to? I'm very sure she hasn't left the building, but... In other words, we must search the entire building, including the courtyard. A perfect place for... I will wait till the lounge then. When you find her, please bring her there.
Will do.
Yeah, exactly. Look, losing a kid and then trusted them to play hide and seek. It was never going to end well, was it, Avian?
Okay, let us hunt down a child. So, we're dressed. Black hair ribbon. I can't imagine she'd be hard to find in an outfit like that. I'm eager to see what kind of girl she is. Let's start to look around, shall we?
Okay, so we need to go hunting. Cue the Metal Gear Solid music. Miss, are you okay? Miss? Miss! Oh no. It's late. Too late, I say. Curse you, Philippe. How much time does it take to reach the magazines and donuts? Blast it! How long does he intend to keep me?
Hey! Oh. Oh, didn't I see this noble in the castle during the coup? Did then? Oh, joy of joys! Hello, Uncle. Have you been well?
Have you no shame, Claudia? And you, brigand! Because of you! All because of you! I have been forced into this life of shame! House arrest of all things!
Okay, I don't think it's really fair to say it's our fault. You're the one who brought it to the Colonel Richard's plan, you know.
You should be grateful you live in a kingdom as forgiving and merciful as Labal. Were this Erebonia, your nobility would only serve to speed you to the gallows. I confess that imprisoning Her Majesty was out of line, perhaps. Richard may have suggested it, but I should have gainsaid him.
So you can actually admit you were wrong about that whole deal. That's pretty humble coming from you.
Do not misunderstand me. I love and respect Her Majesty as both a ruler and an aunt. She is utterly above the reproach. But you, Claudia, but to consider naming a little girl like you as her successor is simply madness, unacceptable insanity. So, when there was the suggestion of the gallows, do you think that Estelle, Claudia, and Shara are now preparing to get one? Because I think he might have earned it by saying that about women.
Now just a second! Chloe's smart, studious, kind, merciful. She's got all kinds of virtues that attract people to her. When you get off and calling her a little girl, huh? Estelle, that's enough. I've always admitted that I'm not ready to take the throne. I suppose it's only natural my uncle finds it unpleasant. But Chloe...
You always did have some sense at the very least. But you, Claudia, have always seemed allergic to attending public ceremonies. I am far better known among the citizenry, while you remain a veritable ghost. You have not once publicly demonstrated that you are ready to stand among others. Why, from what I understand, you hide your true identity while living as a student. And as if that weren't enough, you even waste your time at some backwater orphanage. She should be presiding over the common rabble at ceremonies, and not wallowing in the mud with them. Wow. I get to act like a real asshole voicing this guy, don't I? That is the purpose of nobility! To stand above all of the men in lordship!
It's as you say, Uncle. I'll admit, I don't really know much about the purpose of nobility, so you might have a point.
Of course I do!
But I can say this. Chloe is trying her very hardest to figure out what she wants to be. And is helping us out in the middle of our own problems. And she sure as hell is doing a lot more than some Jew who sits around doing nothing because he's under house arrest.
What? How dare?
Estelle, look at you then. I'm trying as hard as I can to find my own path as I help Estelle. I think by the end of it all, we will know if I have the right to become the next queen or not. So, please, hold your judgment until then.
What? This is absurd. I will deal with this no further. Be gone.
Trust me, I don't want to stick around. Look, come to think of it, I need to. I gotta ask one thing. It's a girl in a white dress come by here.
What are you talking? No little girls have come by. Be gone.
Yeah, sure. Enjoy your donuts or whatever. Pardon us. I'm fighting the urge to strangle that guy. He's acting all like he's the most innocent person in the world, while considering Chloe at the same time. No, his criticism was fairly reasonable, I think. His concept of nobility is perhaps outdated, but he is correct about the qualities one must possess to lead. But wait!
I'm not sure I agree with fame being a prerequisite for rightful inheritance. Countless rulers in days past were unknown upon their ascent, and still they performed great works during their respective reigns. Erebonia had one such man. After the deaths of all potential heirs due to the civil war, one unsung hero took the throne in their stead. That man is now hailed as the emperor who returned Erebonia to its former glory.
That was Emperor Dracos, right?
The very same! My point is thus, you have nothing to worry about, Princess.
Maybe. He still has a point about my readiness, however. To tell you the truth, I'm glad we met him here. I think I've gained a new sense of what I'm lacking. Well, I'm glad you got something positive out of it. Anyway, shall we find us a lost girl? Yes, let's.
The only problem with his voice is it is murder on the throat. If I had the facilities to do that voice stood up, it'd be a lot better. You could project more into the microphone.
The Libero Kingdom is quite small on the map, and yet it feels quite anything but now that I'm actually here. The people are kind, and no matter where I go, the view is breathtaking.
I am Valtar, a senator in the Republic's parliament. I have come a little bit early in order to prepare to inspect the site and prepare for the signing ceremony. And what a remarkable wheeler this is. Indeed, it is more sufficient than sufficient for hosting the ceremony. Yeah, I want a slightly Bavarian accent for him, but not too heavy. Oh, this guy. Ah, how's it going? Found the girl yet?
No, don't look so far. I'm gonna try searching for a few more hiding spots before calling it quits.
Yes, please do. I just realised that was the guy I was voicing earlier. I thought it was a different character for some reason. In the drawing room. I see a big fat nothing here, so let's keep going. Let's have a look in the middle of the garden. There's no one near the bench.
She's not behind the bench in the planner. Hey, maybe she's in the planner. She's not actually a cat, Estelle. Yeah, I guess not.
Ah, so there are some things to interact with.
Oh, a girl wearing a white dress? Now that you mention it, I think I saw someone like that playing around here. Do you know where she went? I'm sorry, I don't quite remember. Darn it! Hey, does this fountain run on noble energy too? That's and lots of things run on noble energy in the world.
You do raise the point, actually, Avian. If he respected his aunt so much, why did he go along with the coup? Answer, because he's blinded by power. I see. This villa certainly feels worthy of royalty. Just being here makes me feel like I've become a prince myself.
Oh, he's such a romanticist. If he's a prince, I suppose that makes me a princess.
There's no one near the bench. There's no one near the bench. Look, will you stop asking? There's no one near the bench. There's no one near the bench. Estelle, will you stop asking? There's no one near the bench. God damn it, Estelle. There's no one near the bench. That was the one that triggered the dialogue, so it's not that one. Nothing to interact with near the fountain. So what's up here then? Ah, is she hiding in the library? Is there a book you're looking for? Oh, a girl? No, I haven't seen her. I mean, if I wanted, there are people I know I would find hiding in the library. Well, probably not even hiding now, think about it, just be there. It's like, yes, you found me, congratulations, I'm here. Looking around, not seeing anything to interact with, which is disappointing. But she's meant to have been hiding somewhere around here. There's no sign of her at all. Ah, here's all the prices. Fine art is lined up here.
This pot presented by the Republican Ambassador is quite lovely. Yep, the Republic sure has some nice pottery. I can sense about their quality from an arc away.
That's an Imperial spot, sis. It's written right up on the label. All you have to do is read it. Talk about eye-roll inducing. There's a beautiful plate here. Eastern-style pot. A big scarlet pot.
Hey! This is the pot that had the spare kid when we freed the murder! This is sort of an actual kid-sized pot, so maybe she's in here. I doubt that. Unless you think she's so skinny as to squeeze through that thin opening. Oh, good point.
Throne of the Last King. A chair much favoured by the previous king, Edgar III, during his time at the Urbay Villa.
This is the crash room when a non-aggression impact signing will be held. Is that so? Yes, of course. On the day itself, there won't be just ambassadors from the Empire Republic. There will also be a representative from our Liberal Kingdom present. I didn't really get a chance to look at this place when I was here during the coup d'etat. It's kind of nostalgic. You saved me when I was being held here. It's touching to know the room that from that time is being used for the signing ceremony. Yeah! Still though, now I can just relax and take a good look at it. It's a really very dignified room. Absolutely. That's why I always work extra hard when I clean it. I'm not great at cleaning, but I understand how you feel. Well, good luck with it. Yes, thank you.
Estelle, you really are me. You're not good at cleaning. You don't like those kind of things. You say things as they are. You're far too quick to call people out on things. You really, literally are me. There is a large dining table.
Maybe she's hiding under here. Yeah, didn't think so.
Putting that aside, bending...
Dude, get your brain
out of the sewer. How to put this delicately?
Excuse me? He's bad, Estelle. You're wearing a skirt, remember? Right.
I'm not talking to you. Knowing RPG logic, I was thinking she might be hiding literally right under his nose. I've already checked these and I didn't see any answer, but it doesn't mean that they're not there. Because this is an old school JRPG, and as a result of that, the answer's often quite obtuse. It doesn't help that I don't have free reign of the camera, so I can't search literally everywhere like I want to. Right, let's go back this way. So this is where we just have to keep searching, people.
Seems like she's not hiding around here, huh? Really, that girl, making fools of grown-ups. I wonder if Raymond hasn't already found her.
No, he hasn't. I know for a fact he hasn't, because he's asked us for help. I thought I'd come back and check here one more time. I didn't want to read his lines again. I've done his voice once. Yeah, I've been in that room. So according to Notebook, I've checked there. It looks like there's a space missing here. And even using ultra-wide isn't helping, because sometimes you see assets which are hidden off screen, and there's nothing on that side either. So these kind of quests are very annoying because it's where there's no real rhyme or reason to them, I often find. And you just have to keep looking. So the mechanic of the finding the exclamation mark isn't always helpful either. It can be tricky to find anything you can interact with. Yeah, that's just fine art lined up there. I've already talked to you. I've already triggered the scene there. There's nowhere else to go. The only other place I can think of is out at the very front. Oh, yeah, you have to go around to the sides, don't you? Remember now? And then there's doors here. So this is where the fixed camera, the semi-fixed camera causes problems.
Looking for a girl in the right dress. Sorry, but I don't think I'll be of any help.
That's the fishing pond. We don't want to do that right now. Unless that's back out to the main highway. Talk to you. Have I seen a girl in a white dress? Well, yes and no. After all, it's been a marvelous look. I've lived over 70 years. I've sure seen at least one girl in a white dress, but I couldn't see when or where. Oh, shut up.
No way! Oh, sounds like poo-poo to me. Let's go get some food, so what's the class this time? You can tell if you really listen. They're going cuckoo, just like pigeons should.
Huh? What? A girl in a white dress? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't see her.
Good white dress. I see a number of girls, but I don't remember how they all looked. I'm really sorry. Would you mind asking someone else?
I'm gonna load this up in a minute. Because I feel like I've checked everywhere, but I can't have done. I can't have checked everywhere.
Chip, 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 chip!
I doubt she's come out here. Girl in a white dress. Well, there's been a lot of people today, so... Sorry, I don't remember a single visitor. A girl? Sorry, I had no idea. Huh? What the hell? Oh, I know what's happened now. My mouse went onto the other screen. Yeah, she's unlikely to be outside the area. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone's in here is reporting not seeing her. I can't move the camera in here. I'm tempted to look this up, and I bet you I'm half expecting it to now say that you failed the quest on purpose. I'm gonna find out. I've been in every room and I've talked to every NPC, and I'm not wasting my evening doing this. I'm not doing it. This has not aged well. I'm gonna find out. Not getting any answers. Not getting any answers. Right. Okay, well, I've checked. As far as I can tell, I've checked everywhere. Hang on, what the hell? Estelle checked under the counter just in case.
Hey!
Huh? Something the matter?
You could say that.
Wow!
I lost.
Yep. There she was hidden. Somehow, this pillock in the middle couldn't see her. What the?
Aren't you the little girl we met at Erlen Inn?
And I was right, it's her.
I thought it might be you, man. Hello, miss. I'm happy you remember me.
Goodness, I wasn't expecting her to be an acquaintance of yours. So, your name is Ren, right?
That's right.
And I don't trust those eyes. Look at them. I don't trust them.
Sorry for keeping a secret, mister.
Haha, don't worry. But Ren, why did you run off and play hide and seek like that? I was worried.
Because I'd heard Miss Estelle was coming. I wanted to play hide and seek with her, so I worked really hard to find a nice hiding spot.
And you did. All because that adult behind you was an idiot.
Well, okay. It's kind of incredible you knew it was us coming, though.
You said your braces, right? I heard some braces will be coming.
We are, yeah, but we're not the only braces in the world, you know. It could have been someone else.
But I believed. I knew you'd be the one who'd come. I see, you did.
I guess I can't argue that. Guess that logic. Well, putting that aside, where did your mother and father go? Why are you playing all alone?
Wow, miss, your clothes are funny. Don't you get cold with your belly out like that?
We found someone who's got more forthright than Estelle here.
You get used to it. It's very but that's not the point. About your parents.
Hey, this getting so dark. You're from south across the sea, right? Are you really okay with how cold it gets here?
I traveled all over as a performer with circus, so yes. I'm fine in heat or cold. More to the point. Would you mind telling us what happened to your parents, Ren?
Okay. So, where did Mom and Papa go? I'm not so sure either.
Wait, you don't know?
No. I came here with Papa and Mama to play. But after lunch, Papa gave me a real serious look and said, Ren, Papa has something important to do, so he and Mama are to say goodbye for now. But don't worry, once it's done, we'll come and get you. Be a good girl until Papa comes back, all right?
They just... What the hell?
I'm already 11, so I said, I'll be good, Papa. And after that, Papa and Mama laughed.
Well, this is quite a bit worse than I imagined it would be.
I certainly wasn't expecting something like that. What should we do? This seems to be quite a bit beyond just finding her parents at this point.
Yeah, tell me about it. Sarah, you think we should... You don't even need to ask. I'd never leave her here like this. Don't worry, Raymond. We'll take care of this girl for now. Hey, Ben, do you want to visit the Capitol's Bates again with us? Maybe we'll be able to find you Papa and Mama easy peasy.
Really? How about Mom and Papa said they had something important to do? Wait here.
It's okay. We'll definitely find them. Trust in Mrs. Stell, okay?
Okay then, I'll go with you. Thank you, Mrs. Stell.
It's okay. Stay by close though, Ren. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Phew, thank you again. Take good care of her.
Don't worry. You can leave this to us. So, let's get back to the guild house.
I know, we've got a 5-piece. I've not seen that for a while. I'm guessing she won't have any stats. Yeah, she's completely an NPC. Right, before I get ever lost any further, I'm saving my game. I'm not going through that again. I did say I thought I'd check here in case she was about, and I even went to the end of the thing. It's where the sensitivity for the marker isn't very good. That's one thing that's not aged that great, to be honest. Say purple hair, black bow. Kind of like a creepy Alice wannabe. Yeah, we need to head back along Royal Avenue. And I don't want to get into any fights here if I can possibly avoid it. Purely because she's likely to be one that we have to go into escort mode. And I hate escort missions. Oh, bugger. We have gone the wrong way. Not this time, fishy. You're not snapping at me, alligator. So now we need to head to Grand Salle, so we want to head right. Here we go. Ah, yes, you are.
Oh my, Philip! Have you been?
Your concern does me too much credit, Your Highness. I hope you and Mr. Stella are well. Have you been to the villa recently?
We have, actually. You were, busy in the capital, I take it.
Yes, I was making some purchases on the order of His Highness the Duke. Did you perchance encounter His Highness while you were at the villa?
We encountered him, all right. We wanted to be nice to say hello. It's been some time since the, unpleasantness.
From your expressions, I take it he said something thoughtless to you once again. As his retainer, you have my utmost apologies.
Oh, you don't need to apologize for him, Philip. I have to admit, I was a little worried when I heard he was placed into house arrest. He seems to be taking it well, however.
It's kind of you to say so. Now I fear I must be off. If you'll pardon me, Your Highness.
Guess Philip's hard job is even harder now. He's been taking care of dudes since Doodle was young, right? He's been Junior's retainer for the past 20 years, from what grandmother tells me. I believe he was a member of the Royal Guard before then. Wait, really? Philip? Wow, guess you really can't judge by looks.
Eh? You really shouldn't underestimate him. Even I can tell he's not just any old guy.
Huh? What do you mean, Ren?
Oh, you know, like how he can walk with his eyes closed. I sure can do that.
I think they're just narrowed, Ren, not closed. I mean, you noticed how he opens his eyes when he's surprised, right?
Really? I didn't. I want to see. I want to see. Maybe I can get a good look if I surprise him next time.
There's something about her cutesy, don't recognize danger thing that sets off a gigantic red flag. I just don't know what it is. I've had a significant distrust of creepy kids in games. Overly cutesy kids are usually the first ones that are going to murder you. Again, I've had too much experience with Murder Daughter in that respect. And now we need to head to the left, I believe. Yep.
Okay, let's go back to the guild. We need to talk to Elnan about Ren. That's very important, yes. But the army should be sending their contacts soon. You didn't forget, of course. Oh, Estelle.
Really? What's wrong? You said you're going to show me this guild place, right?
Well, milady, please lend me your hand. I, Olivia Lenheim, shall have the honor of escorting you.
No, thank you. I'd rather Mrs. Stell show me.
My disappointments are ceaseless.
Sorry, Olivier. No luck. Come on, Ren. I'll show you to the Basic Guild.
Yay!
Olivier's like the butt of all the jokes, isn't he? He gets rejected by everybody, which is fully deserved, by the way. Some of the things he says really annoy me, so seeing him get rejected is some karma. And there's Zin and Tita, well.
We're back, Elnan. Oh.
Hi, Stell.
Hello again, Miss Bright. We seem to be running into each other quite a bit these days.
Well, hey there, Colonel Sid. Ah, so Cassius sent you to help us. That makes sense. You came from Leicester, I'm guessing.
That's right. I just arrived here a little while ago on one of our patrol ships. I apologize for the wait.
No, it's okay. We had to do a little job of our own to take care of. Speaking of which, would that young lady be? Oh, right. Yeah, she is. Some stuff went down, so we had to bring her along. Hey, Ren, we got some things we need to talk about with the army man. Can you go wait on the second floor?
Oh, is this work stuff?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I guess I don't mind. You're just like Papa. It's always work, work, work. I don't really like that very much.
Aww.
Hey, Ren, right? Do you want to go talk for a while? I want to get to know you. We do? Well, okay, I guess we could. Hee hee, okay. We'll be on the second floor still.
Caesar's just glad that for once she's not the youngest. By about 1 year, admittedly, but that's not the point.
Phew, sweet potato! Well, your report on the situation can wait for now. Let's hear out Colonel Sid first.
Sure.
Go ahead, Colonel.
Thank you, I'm in a hurry myself. So this is an official request from the Royal Army. There's a series of incidents we'd like you to investigate.
Incidents? Why does the way you say that make me shiver a bit?
You're aware of the non-aggression pact, yes? I'm afraid threatening letters have been delivered to all parties involved in the signing.
Someone's threatening the treaty? That's not good at all. What did the letter say exactly?
Please have a look.
To all parties involved in a non-aggression pact, immediately back down from this act of deceit and false compromise. Should you not, a great disaster will be visited upon you.
What in the... Well, that isn't a very open interpretation, is it? Is this the entire letter?
Yes, that's the entire thing. As you may have noticed, there is no name or any other indication of a sender. Normally, I'd simply dismiss it as a prank. However,
Something about the situation makes you believe it's more than a joke. Bad joke, yes?
yes, it's the volume of letters you see. The first arrived at Leicester Fortress. Copies were then sent to the Airship Company, Gransell Cathedral, Hotel Roenbaum, and the Liberal News Service. Then copies arrived at both the Erebonian and Calvard embassies, the Erbe Royal Villa, and even Gransell Castle itself. 9 letters in total.
Who sent that many letters?
A scam call center.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of work for a prank in poor taste. I can see why the army would start to get concerned.
It's strange, though. The Airship Company, the Liberal News, and even the hotel and cathedral. None of these locations have anything to do with the signing, do they?
They're not entirely unrelated, to be honest. The Airship Company shall be sending out charter vessels to ferry the Imperial and Republican officials here. They will, of course, be staying at the Roenbaum. Furthermore, the church, or specifically Archbishop Current of the Cathedral, has been asked to be an observer at the signing. And the Liberal News will be preparing a special report on the pact and signing for weeks.
So, they are all connected somehow. So do you have any idea who's behind it?
That could be a difficult question to answer.
This is an international matter, meaning anyone from Liberal, Erebonia, or Calvard could be responsible.
Yeah, it's an interesting stat that Avian say that 81% of me emails sent every day are scams, which is why most people, if you actually take a look in your inboxes, have about 2,000 junk emails you never see. They just get instantly filtered out.
Yeah, the Warhawks and even the Empire or the Republic, for starters. It could even be someone from another country entirely who isn't happy to see all 3 countries working together.
Of course, there are plenty of suspects in Liberal as well. And we can't forget the obvious answer, the society! So we'll be investigating, Colonel.
Right then, the mission. We would like for you to investigate all the locations that have received the letters and see if anyone has any further leads. Minus Leicester and the Borough, that is. We'll handle those. The other 7 locations are yours.
So the Airship Company, the Gransell Cathedral, Hotel Roenbaum, the Liberal News, the Erebonian Embassy, the Calvard Embassy, and Gransell Castle. That will involve a fair bit of walking.
More to the point, uniformed soldiers asking around would attract a great deal of unwanted attention. Now that you lack an intelligence division, it makes sense to ask the Guild to help investigate such matters.
As embarrassing as the situation is, you're exactly right. Without a functional intelligence division, we're very limited in what we can do. Yes, I can't believe it's the end of March. It's like, in less than 2 months, I'm hoping to be nowhere special. Not going to be away for a few weeks, nah. Nothing's happening at all. And yeah, the spam inboxes are always hilarious. You have won £10 million.
Please send 5,000 to this bank account first.
Oh, boo. Bygone profundity, eh? Bygone? No. Be gone.
Get out of my stream. Get out of here, you annoying, spammy, scummy, irritating little bot. Get out of my stream with extreme prejudice. Sod off.
And yes, very on topic for that to appear now, wasn't it? You're not wrong, Avian. Perfectly on time. However, the new general plan from the top brass is to have the guild help us with as many tasks as possible. This is simply one case of that.
Oh, really? There's a hint, Dad.
Now, take it as a sign of Cassius's faith in us.
I must admit, it was my request to ask for you, however. I've been placed in charge of the defense of the capital region until the signing ceremony. I would like as much information as I possibly can obtain in order to prepare a proper defense. Can I ask you to take this job?
Oh, well, I do want to help, but we're really kind of hip-deep in another case at this point.
Let go. Right. Let us hear your report on that situation right now.
Estelle explained the situation with Ren being abandoned at the Urbe Royal Villa. I see. Yes, an abandoned child is a problem you simply cannot ignore. Why would anyone do such a thing?
It's kind of freaking me out, too. I actually met her parents once, briefly. They seem like this really thoughtful, loving couple. They adore Ren, from what I saw. I also think something really serious happened in order for them to leave her.
Possibly. They may have gotten entangled in something and wanted to keep their child out of it. I do see an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone, however.
Huh?
Ren and her parents are foreigners, remember? You need to inquire at the hotel and the embassies regardless.
Hey, I think I know where you're going with this.
Ah, and now those places with Friend. That is rather handy in an unfortunate way. The airship company may travel records for them as well.
I'll put out a general alert to all army posts to watch for our parents as well. Should they pass through any of the gate checkpoints, we should know.
Thanks, Colonel.
Sounds like you can take the job after all. Colonel, you may lead the investigation to us. I presume you want the final report in paper and in person, however.
Yes, we prefer to avoid telephones to avoid any risk of interception. Yes, because people can't steal post, can they? Yeah. Paper is this mysterious artifact that once it's in someone's possession will never get stolen, never get left on a train by accident, never get sent to the wrong person. Is it just me? You'll be able to find me at the Urbe Royal Villa beginning today, actually. I'm sorry for the extra trouble, but could I ask that you bring the final report there in person? Oh, how convenient. Go to the Royal Villa, where the signing's taking place. Bring in the only report in person.
This can't possibly go wrong, people. There's no way this is going to be disastrous.
Sure. We'll see what the feel once we know what's up.
I wish you luck then. Coffee. Perfectly good reason to duck out for a while, Avian. After seeing Colonel sit out, Estelle's team decided to split up to investigate. Estelle, Zin, Olivier and Chloe were to head to the embassies, Grancel Castle and Le Beau News, while Scheherazade will investigate the cathedral, hotel and airship company on her own. Why? Tita's around. You could have taken Zin.
Okay, we'll be heading out. Tita, Ren, sorry to leave you two behind. Oh, it's okay. We're going out shopping. What? Sorry, Estelle. Ren really wants to visit the department store. Wait, that's not how I remember things, Tita. As I recall, you were the one who said she wanted to look at all the stuffed animals. Ah, Ren! Well, I know you're bored, Ren, but since I'm not sure when we'll find out something about your parents, I'd like for you to wait here. Oh, come on, that's so unfair! Double the white stairs?
I don't really see a problem, Estelle. If Tita's with her, it should be safe enough for them to go shopping around the city.
I guess so. Okay, Tita, Ren, we'll be back by this evening, so you need to be back by then too, okay? And the capital's a really big place, so don't get lost. We will and we won't. Ren, let's go! After you! See you, everyone!
Yeah, Tita's made a friend. She found a big sister and Estelle, and now she's found a friend.
They sure became fast friends.
Yeah, it's really easy to become friends at that age. Man, youth, I feel all old now. Although, Tina and Ren together, where's the combination send a chill doom down my spine?
Oh, I think they'll be fine.
Tina's kind of easy to push around, though. I get the feeling Ren might try to trigger her into all kinds of stuff.
That might be a good point. Ah, yes, Elnan. Did you find out the name of Ren's parents?
It took a little insistent asking, but she eventually gave them.
Her father is a trader from Crossbell. Harold and Sophia Hayworth are their names.
Trader from Crossbell? Harold and Sophia Hayworth? Okay, get it written down.
As do I. So, let's start asking around about them these letters. So remember, Estelle's group will visit the embassies, Grancel Castle, and the Liberal News. Zin, Olivier, we will be counting on your aid at the embassies.
Fear not. My brilliant smile can open any door. We'll make sure that you see the ambassadors.
Your Highness, your help will be invaluable at Grancel Castle. Please introduce Estelle to whoever can best help our investigation. Of course, as for the Liberal News, I believe you have yourself an in for that, Estelle.
Yeah, I can book Niall about it. He kinda owes me at this point.
And that leaves the Cathedral, the Airship Company, and the Roenbaum. Sherazade, good luck with those. I shouldn't have so much trouble. I'll try to be quick.
So let's go! Time to get questioning then. Where should we start?
Don't think it matters too much. You want to go to the Calvardian Embassy, you got a free pass on me around. I can introduce you to also whenever. I, of course, will get us into the Erebonian Embassy. They should be glad to escort us if I introduce myself at the gate.
And of course, I rather doubt it'd be very hard for me to get us into Grancel Castle. It might be wise to simply go straight there and speak with grandmother.
I kinda doubt the Liberal News that goes to any trouble either, so... let's just pick a direction and go!
Right, so it's up to us which way we want to take it. We can either go and deal with the news post, deal with the castle, or the embassies. The embassies are both tied together, and they're literally around on the east block. So I might start there. Actually, not by the east block. You go past the inn, I believe, because if that's the Hotel Roenbaum, literally right round the corner are the embassies. But before I do that, there's one thing I need to quickly do. I need to check the board and also report a quest. I just realised I've forgotten to do that.
Good work. It seems you succeeded in your objectives safely. If you complete any other tasks, come report again.
So speaking of tasks, yes, we have some new. We have the missing exhibit, which is a short-term one. So we need to go to the History Museum. That's right by the news. So we'll do that one. We'll make sure we don't go to the news last. A bit ago, one of our exhibits was removed by someone. It's not a particularly valuable item, so it's likely just a prank. But I would like to ask you for an investigation just to be safe. Okay? And it's got difficulty medium. Intriguing. In fact, I'm tempted to go and deal with that right now. Get it started. Right, there's the Liberal News. That's the coffee house. I'm sure I've seen the house for sale, also zoned for food service. That's not it. That's Grandstow Cathedral. Unless, what if it now is by the embassies? I remember it being somewhere nearby. Here we are, the History Museum. Lately, even the museum head and the curators seem to be very busy. How do they all fall ill? I handed over that thing to the museum director. Apparently they're looking into whether or not it's something the museum can hold on to. So I'm having a wonder while they check it out. Ah, hello there. How can I help you?
Better yet, how can we help you? We're the Bracer Guild, sir.
Oh, excellent. I was hoping someone would come along soon. Let's waste no time in getting down to business.
Yeah, sure. So what was stolen?
About that. Do you notice anything off here?
Off? This is the airship gallery, right? Hey, now that you mention it, something seems to be missing. You're right, Estelle. There was a portrait of the RCL on this wall, as I recall. Now that you mention it, Chloe, I do remember something like that being here. How could I forget? I saw the portrait myself while touring the capital.
Guess we know why you called us now. The portrait of the RCL was stolen, wasn't it?
Precisely that. I was there this morning, but around noon or so, I noticed it was gone. This card was on the wall in its place.
Oh, beauteous prince and her loyal companions, the image of the proud white falcon has fallen into my hands. Should you seek it, then answer my challenge. The first key is in the residence of the aged general. Search the onlooker of time.
Him again.
Our rivalry burns brighter still. Yeah, sounds like Fen and Thief Blue Blanc were alright. You guys told me about him, but I thought you were exaggerating.
You already know who the criminal is? Now that's what I call reassuring. I am very confident that you'll crack this case.
We won't let you down. We'll be back before you know it.
Right, so it mentioned the aged general, so... Yeah, residence of the aged general and onlooker of time. Aged general. Aged general. What's this? Ah, so that's just like a backstory for that. Aged general. And it mentioned about time as well. I get the feeling that might be Twitch telling me it's taken action against Zabot. Indeed it has, so the ban has been enforced. The spam bot has been eradicated. Terminated with extreme prejudice. Okay. The aged general. Where the hell could that be? Aged general. The Great Collapse is the trigger to the destruction of the Zamurian culture. Perhaps there's something to do with the towers. we are a tower. I mean, the only tower I know of is the big towers on the outside, so that doesn't quite fit. As for a tree, I'm not familiar where one would be. The Age General is the intriguing part for me. That's the department store. I'll check it out.
Oh, Estelle!
Tina, take care of Ren.
Yeah, leave it to me. I got lots of places I want to go with Ren.
Just don't get lost.
Okay, good luck with your work.
Ren, so this is where you were.
Hi, Estelle. Hey, which stuffed animal do you like?
I think that rabbit's pretty cute.
Really? What a coincidence. I think the bunny is cutest too.
Look at these stuffed animals. Reminds me of Annalise. I wonder what she's doing now.
Annie Lace.
She's a bracer like me, but she's a lady who loves stuffed animals. I'm sure you two will get along, Ren.
Will I get to meet this lady?
She's out of Capital and work right now, but you might meet her at some point.
When some point? Tomorrow? The day after?
I'm not quite sure.
Aww.
She looked so disappointed then, didn't she? Yeah, Ren, Tita, who else is going to start idolising Estelle? Let's go talk to the Calvardian embassy people.
Hey, how goes?
What? Zin, holy crap! Was it wasting time on Liberoville again?
Something like that. Before I say hello to Elsa, I have something I need to talk to her about. Is she in?
Well, I haven't seen her leave, so I guess she's around. Oh, who's that with you? Gotta ask, you know, policy.
Oh, they're helping with some guild work. I'm going to introduce them to Elsa.
Well, okay. If they're with you, Zin, I guess I can let them in. So, welcome to the Calvardian Embassy. Oh, do keep in mind that the embassy all is Calvard soil. Calvard and LaBelle are friends, but still keep your nose clean, eh?
You hear that, Olivier? And again, my heart is assaulted with arrows. How little trust you have in me.
No, Estelle is wise to have little trust. Estelle has seen what happens when you're around, Olivier. Well, this is pretty gothic.
Ooh, magnificent! Wow, this is the Calvardian Embassy! I didn't expect it to be quite so fancy! And yet it's a bit exotic as well. I really like it.
Well, quite a few people from the farther east are settled in Calvard. They've had an impact on our culture, too. Anyway, Elsa's office is the furthest room on the second floor.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Zin?
Hey, I'm back. I'm out of the bar in the room, so I'll be in the cure if that happens.
Of course. I'll have everything squeaky clean for you.
You'll be in her care, eh, Zin? Don't tell Olivier, he'll be very jealous.
My. Is that hulk of a man over there, Zin? I don't even need to see your face to know.
Hey, are you seriously going to judge me based on my body size?
I thought you were a bear when we first met. My.
Jeez.
Oh, wow. Estelle calling it like it is. The shelf holds the Doll Knight series. Oh, what the hell? Are you serious? There's 21 chapters. Okay, time to get reading, people. Long, long ago, in a certain village, there lived a young boy. He was some 13 years old. His name was Pedro. Pedro was a small boy and not very strong, but his fingers were dexterous enough to astonish anyone. When he moved his whittling knife, wooden blocks would turn into birds and wonderful creatures as if by magic. The boy spent his days with these crafts as his life. One day, strange travelers came by the village. An old man with sharp eyes and a large man in black garb casually strode into the general store, whereupon their eyes were drawn to a wooden bird, so cunningly carved that one could almost hear its wings beat the air. It was Pedro's latest creation. After inquiring with the owner of the general store, the old man and his escort came upon the little house where Pedro lived. And the first words they had for him were,
Prepare your things. We're leaving for the city. Pedro's eyes widened in shock at the order. What is this? He cried. Who are you people? His eyes fell on the large man in black. Pedro's words caught in his throat. The old man chuckled. So you did notice. I thought you would. For the old man's fingers stretched transparent threads. He gestured, and the black man bowed gracefully. The immense man was a clockwork puppet. He is the Black Priest, the old man said. My finest work. His wrinkled face creased further as he smiled slyly. He was the famous Master Capri Oratoria, a puppeteer known throughout Weltunia. Oratoria fixed Pedro with a beady eye. You could craft something even greater than this. Doesn't the mere thought excite you? No more words were needed. Tossing his carving knife into a sack, Pedro fixed his cap on his head and greeted his new master by saying farewell to his home.
And unbelievably, there's another 20 chapters of this. Do we really want to read them all like that? Probably not. So what we'll do is I'm actually going to very quickly put these up, just so people can take a quick read, and then we'll turn the pages. To learn the techniques of clockwork puppets and skills to make them dance and perform. And then he made a doll of noble bearing dressed in armour with gleaming blue helm. So if Capri's master work was the Black Priest, a martial arts type puppet, Pedro's was a well-balanced swordsman. He hadn't actually thought of a name, so we called it the Blue Knight. Is this the play that Estelle and Chloe did in the first game? The Blue Knight and the Red Knight? Is that what I'm reading here? Is this the thing that turned into the play? Oh, how convenient! Princess Tia. So the streets are abuzz and excitement. What a noble night. And everyone was keeping control because of the Blue Knight in this area. Well, someone was screaming. And a girl in white dress. So Pedro challenged him with his knight. Interesting. Okay. So chapter 4. The Blue Knight declared that he'd leave. And it was ventriloquism. That explains how he got the voice. So the Blue Knight got them back away, and they're not bad for a wanderer. So this puppet knight has stood up to a load of actual armed thugs on the road, it seems. Managed to disarm his opponent. And interestingly, Pedro is the voice, but he's actually calling himself the servant. So it's a typical tale of the shy kid. And of course, it was Princess Tia that he saved, because of course he did. Oh, I've already read this one. I read the wrong book there. Apologies, people. So guarding her for 2 weeks, not a royal guard. Uncle Duke Gaston. Gaston's from Beauty and the Beast. Interesting. So, became her escort. And I'm no one worthy of naming myself. He's not worthy of a name, apparently, people. So it was tough protecting the princess. Yep. To awaken more human feelings. So this is like a weird version of Pinocchio, isn't it, people? This knight Pedro, can't we handle him? A skilled assassin. Oh, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's the assassin, so they went to Gotham and recruited Joker's second in command. And again, he was dressed in red, I believe. Yep. And so the knight bathed in red by a so it really is it's the books that spawn the play. You got tea in the gardens. And of course, no doubt the princess is aware that he's controlling the night all along. Yet Pedro had chosen, apparently. A sudden gust tore through the garden and crimson wings beat the air. And it was the masked puppeteer Harley Quinn. Well, this is getting more and more silly, it must be said. Oh, right, I skipped too far ahead then, I'll start again. Yep. So the creature's wearing a wing, so it's like a flying demon, basically. I didn't think you were in the same business, so evidently it's the two puppeteers fighting with their demons. Against my calamities, naive! Or something like that. You can imagine like Nicolas Cage reading that line out. The demon dog Calamity kicked the ground. Intriguing. Cutting through the blue armor like butter. And then the princess stepped between the pair of them and offered herself to end the violence. Ugh. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm sorry I pretended not to notice. I told you, called it. And this last week was fun, apparently. But no doubt he's going to create a new puppet to go and save her. Yep, Capri brought him back. And what you lack is a heart. You lack emotion. You lack, you know, all that kind of thing. A half-baked man can't hope to match him. And then, of course, because of the belief, he's now going to create a new machine. This is kind of crazy, but here we go. Yep. So the princess is now protected as a prisoner would be. She's the prisoner. And that she'll be absent from the ceremony, of course, because he doesn't want her taking the crown. Someone willing to accept her as a bride. Ugh. Oh dear. Second Imperial son. Ooh. When you learn the joys of womanhood in a new land. Yeah, that is grim. That's awful. And then at that moment, there was a tremendous crash because the new Blue Knight has emerged. There is a time and place for things. Yeah, he doesn't like his story being taken away from him, it seems. Leapt forward like a bolt from a crossbow. That's a bit of a corny simile. They escape the Marnes, pursued by the guards. And then, of course, the number one part of being a puppeteer. And then Harley Quinn and the Crimson Demon Doll were back. The White Blade met Deadly Claw. Yep. The Grasping Claws. So Calamity's now using the cocky approach of sending a lot, saying out his moves in advance, like it's some episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then one of the wings was hewn straight off. Might as well finish it. We're almost there now, people. I know it's a bit of a weird part of the stream. How about we call it a draw? Okay, we'll call it a draw. And you didn't think he'd end up using fire, I'm guessing? You can, oh god, you can regret it in your next life! Those lovely corny lines. All swallowed by the Inferno, apparently. Rose a blue twister. So if he's the master of fire, he's the master of ice. Is that what they're going with this? Oh, hang on. No, that's the wrong one. We've already read that one. So the Blue Knight has come to life by itself, I'm guessing. So splitting through the wall of flames, and it cleaved it in two. But thanks to the shockwave, both the Blue Knights were taken apart as well. Oh dear. Pedro technically killed him as well. You don't get that. You don't get it normally in kids' fairy tales, do you? Unless he's not dead, I don't know. Yay, Capri came back from whatever reason. When the 13 factories found out about this, Pedro won't have it that easy. And Capri's expression darkened. This road our puppeteers must pass. So now this is an allegory for Joshua, talking about the 13. And oh, we actually got a trophy for that. We got an achievement for reading the Blue Knight. So I should read the whole thing. So what happened to the Duke? He disappeared with all his vassals. The royal guards at least have been questionable. And then, yeah, went to the Empire to protect himself. But apparently he's a bit of a pest. Quite funny. And as for Harley Quinn, no one seemed to know. Just disappeared. Oh, and then they lived happily ever after, people. Blech. So it's not quite the same as the play because we didn't fight each other properly. Oh, you all are... Why, if it isn't Zin!
Counselor, a pleasure.
All together here, are they your guests?
Yeah, they're co-workers with the guild.
Are you here about the threat letter?
This is your guest. It's a request from the Royal Army. Do you have any ideas?
Threat letters aren't exactly rare in the Republic. To be honest, I barely paid it any heed at all.
True. There are a lot of radical groups in the country.
Yeah, they always cause trouble when the issue of immigration comes up. Well, this time at least I can't say anything. Why don't you see what Ambassador Cochrane thinks first?
Yeah, we'll go do that right now. If you'll pardon us.
Okay, so he has no information for us. Which is fine, no big deal. Rooms at the in the valley here. There's nothing in there. Oh, there is someone here. Oh, Zen, come to the ball again.
Hey, Yakumo. It seems I'll be here for a while again. You seem pretty busy yourself.
Of course we are. After all, we've been contract signing, Hurjing. Sorry, but I won't have time to bother with you for a while. And that's it. That's all he's got to say. He's the most NPC of NPCs. He has one line of dialogue and then he's gone.
This should be the ambassador's office. Shall we say hello to Elsa? Alright, let me introduce you.
Yes, come in.
Pardon us, Elsa.
Why, Zin Vathek. Hello, come in. Lest I heard you'd returned to Kalvard. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Grancel?
Well, let's just say this old dog had the trick or two more to show off. I'll likely be here in the borough for a while.
As to be expected of an A-rank bracer, I suppose you never let up, do you? So who's this with you?
A pleasure to meet you, man. I'm Mr. O'Brien, the Bracer Guild. These are our assistants, Olivia Lenheim and Chloe Rins.
A pleasure, Ambassador. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador. The pleasure is mine. I'm Elsa Cochrane, Kalvard's ambassador to the Burl. I get the feeling this is a bit more than a social call, though.
I'm afraid so.
Miss Stalin, her party, asked her about the threatening letter the embassy received.
Oh, that letter, yes. You're helping with the Royal Army investigate the matter, then?
Technically, yes. Threats of terrorism aren't exactly something the Guild can ignore either, though. Would you mind helping us out?
Well, I suppose. We're well stuck into the situation after all. What would you like to know?
Well, to start with, do you have any idea who would have sent the letter? Like, does anyone in the Republic oppose the signing of the pact, or...
Well, of course. You're looking at one after all.
Huh?
Elsa, please. Try not to tease the kids too much, yeah?
Well, the truth's the truth, Zin. I'm pretty sure I've chewed your ear off about Erebonio enough for you to know what I think,
Well, yeah.
Haha. Still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. Perhaps President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approved the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job.
Yeah, right. Is there anyone else in Kalvard who might oppose the pact?
Oh, certainly. They're all tiny groups, though. And to be honest, there's no real reason to oppose it anyway.
No reason? I don't quite follow.
It's not worth bothering. The pact doesn't have any practical effect. It's simply agreeing to the statement, we shall not rely on violence to solve international problems and negotiate instead. It's more of a declaration than anything else, but it is an unlawful promise which can be broken without consequence. Save a loss of face, no? Precisely. The worst it could do would be to rally other countries against the aggressor. Now it's true the relations between Erebonia and Calvard have gotten even worse than usual over the past decade. So there is some value in establishing the Burrow as a place where we can negotiate. But again, who'd bother opposing that? Yeah, it doesn't really seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of friendly letters about. But Ambassador Cochrane, if you don't believe someone from Calvard is the perpetrator, then whom do you suspect? Well, my gut of course tells you to blame it all on the Erebonians. They're a militaristic Hawk faction specifically. But frankly, even they have that new engine on the line. They aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses despite their faces. The new engine? Wait, you mean the one from the RCL? Yes, an engineering sample will be provided to both Calvard and Erebonia. It'll happen right after the signing, in fact. Wow!
Oh, that's to be expected of Queen Alicia. She holds both Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand.
Yes, I have to admit, she's handled this masterfully. The cutting-edge engine is going to be a birth of a whole new generation of airship designs, and Alicia is practically handing it out, so long as you sign this agreement and play nice with it and each other, at least for a while. Even the most testosterone-poisoned ninnies among the Erebonian Hawks wouldn't want to miss this chance.
Yeah, I guess so.
Which means, of course, that the possibility of either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low.
Indeed. I'm sorry I can't be of any more help.
No, you're a big help. Just being able to cross suspects off the list helps a lot. Oh, speaking of which, then we'd like to ask you about something else.
Estelle asked about Ambassador Cochrane about Ren's parents.
Harold Hayworth, a merchant from Crossbell. I can't say it rings any bells, I'm sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least.
Darn! Well, thanks!
Do you remember that Crossbell sits directly between Erebonia and Calvard, however? You may want to inquire at the Erebonian embassy as well.
Okay, thanks, Ambassador! And thanks for being so open with us!
You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help. By the way, you said your name was Estelle Bright. You wouldn't happen to be a Brigadier General Bright's daughter?
Oh, you know Dad?
Of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army, and now head of Liberal's Royal Army. I'd heard he had a daughter, but I didn't expect to meet you like this.
Well, I'm just kind of an inexperienced neighbor myself, still.
You're off to a good start then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, I hope you'll aid us, Miss Bright.
Well, if the chance comes up, sure. Well, see you around.
There's no booking that.
Estelle Bright, our embassy owes the guild greatly for your constant support. Should we have any jobs come up, I'll be happy if you'll be the one to take them on.
Yep, so going back to the frat letter, we've completed the Calvard embassy. It seems unrelated, so there's another 3 places to check. We've already done that one. So say the Onlooker of Time. I'm intrigued by who the Onlooker of Time is. The Grand Mayor election was today, wasn't it? The first commoner mayor of Rouen, due to the dismantling of the Dalmor family, huh? Rouen is a cornerstone of sea traffic, and many Republican ships put to port there. I need to check up on it. Yes, that will be important, knowing who got the governance. We can't get into the Grand Arena.
A black-haired soldier came out of the embassy in Stalinago. His expression was impassive, but he was so cool.
A black-haired soldier. Interesting. I wonder if the actual museum curator might have a clue. Would you like to see the card again? Well, I don't expect good news, and that's all he's going to say. The Onlooker of Time. Unless there's a clock somewhere in Grand Sal. But I don't remember one. There have been all sorts of rumours flying around about the Queen being ill, but she's quite well, I assure you. It's true she's been running herself ragged, cleaning up after the coup d'etat, and preparing for the signing ceremony though. I'll be right there to support her any way I can. Even a slight delay in the signing ceremony is unacceptable. Apologies, my throat had a bit of a tickle to it.
Maybe you should go visit the castle.
Yeah, maybe you should. The Onlooker of Time. The thing is, I need to actually get this done quickly, because if I don't, is this... Between you and me, I petitioned the Queen and asked her to get pardon Colonel Richard. It's been a while since the coup, and I thought about it a lot. I just can't believe the Colonel is some villain. That's quite useful, actually. I'll get 2 of those. And then the Tomatrio sandwich, which is... Oh, it restores craft points. That could really come in handy. Yeah, there's nothing up here. Apparently, Tom at the factory had a fight with the manager, Zacharias. I'd heard they'd always gone along poorly, but... interesting. I had a fight with the owner. The lady's been fixing and hasn't helped around her at all. He keeps doing that even though we're getting customers to buy replacements and lift sales. It's practically like paying to lose business. There's a clock there, but I can't use it. That's the first clock I've seen, the Guardian of Time.
I never seem to smile when he gets back something important repaired. Why doesn't he understand that?
I mean, it's a good point, my friend. Say, Residence of the Aged General. Onlooker of Time. I mean... He did say that it'd be at the Arabonia Villa, didn't they? So I'm tempted to go...
We don't have any business at the city! Let's go back to questing right away!
Right, so that ends that then. So it's not outside the city, because you can't go outside the city. We just try the random houses. Just in case one of these holds the... where someone lives. I was up all night during the martial arts competition. Also, I could score 2 of the best seats for me and Patty. Part of me's happy she's doing something for her, but I wonder if this feeding into her selfishness. I feel like I'm being pulled by the strings more than ever before. can't see this place having anything of interest.
I wanted to come out on top in a match between Captain Spots and Brigadier General Bright. Ooh, this is a toughie. Time to do some research. Naturally, I'll have to do a sweet talk my husband, who's scouting out one of the Army's training sessions.
Just taking a quick breather from my headphones. Have a look in here.
I suppose the way to get in some energy is to really make him a great meal. I guess just gotta try a few things to see what sticks.
I suppose it's one option. Whether it's going to be the right one or not, I don't know. Yeah, towers, generals, but I'm trying to think of any towers in the town and I don't see any. So that's not much of help, unfortunately, Avian.
We're gonna attack Great Beast State so they cheer up Dad, apparently. Mom's sure being awful sweet to Dad.
Oh, I smell something good. Good for you, matey. Let's say the old general is possibly a statue of some kind as well. That's the way to the castle. I don't want to go there yet. Because that's where we actually got the big quest from. Say, unfortunately, I don't like it when games give you so little information. It'd be good if they had some kind of hint from somewhere.
Just visiting the tourist pass doesn't make a trip. Spending time without any plans like this is also a wonderful memory. This weird old lady's been eyeing me for a while now. I wonder why. Is there something on my face?
No idea. The sundial, again, it's possible, but I've not seen one. Well, I might go look in the landing port, see if there's something there. What's this quest called? The missing exhibit. No, it's not the way to the landing port. It's not in that. It's not in this house either. I mean, it could be in the church, which is nearby. 'Cause that's an old property. General Morgan's residence. Right, let's look here. Out of curiosity. This actually is a general's residence.
Well, my husband's dislike of braces. He certainly speaks of them quite a lot recently. Perhaps his cast's influence is as shocking as that would be. The gut search changed a bit. Maybe it's my imagination, but he seems to smile more than I'm accustomed to seeing.
So it said something about Guardian of Time.
I met a girl in a white dress a little while ago at the cathedral. I wish I could have played with her.
Yeah, I get a feeling it's not going to be this either. Because it said, Residence of the Aged General and Onlooker of Time. Oh, hang on, what's this? The clock.
So the aged general is probably General Morgan. In that case, this is the onlooker of time. I'd say it's quite likely.
We need to check inside. Estelle asked and received permission from the owners of the house to investigate the clock. Upon inspection, they found a card stuck to the back. The second key is in the city. Seek the symbol perched on the ground.
as before.
My.
The things level I doubt in the house.
Well, this guy isn't the type to harm people who aren't involved in his weird plans, so don't worry. Best to close a tight net just in case there's any mischief, though. Yes, of course. But be careful.
All right, shall we continue?
Well, the symbol perched on the ground could be any form of like crest. That's what that tells me. If we look at the clue again, it says in the city and the symbol perched on the ground. So this is talking about the outside city. So basically, I'm looking for something that's like a mural. Kind of like a coat of arms, maybe, or a floor mat. Oh, I've done it again. I've moved my mouse cursor off screen. I hate doing that. Yeah, perched on the ground. That's an interesting point. It doesn't mean it's necessarily built into the ground, does it? I didn't think it'd be that, but I thought I'd try anyway. Yeah, these kind of quests, if you solve them, they're great, but they're an absolute nuisance if you don't. Yeah, perched, but you think it's like kind of a bird symbol. Nothing obvious there. So this sadly is another fetch quest. Oh, hello. We have a bird on the fountain.
The symbol perched on the ground? Huh. This my falcon symbol seems suspect to me.
The bird is the symbol of the burrow, so it would stand out.
Let's have a look.
There is a card stuck to the base of the iron fence. Haha! The third key is in the foreign manse. Examine the will of the Blue Knight. I know exactly where that is. We are going back to the embassy. We've read the book.
But what's the Blue Knight mean? Is it talking about the Royal Guard? They do certainly wear blue uniforms.
I think not. It says the foreign manse, so I don't think the Royal Guard makes sense. More than anything else, it wouldn't be beautiful. So we should try something else.
Is that right? Yeah, it's going to someone who's similar. So I guess maybe we should listen to the warning there.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the books. Has to be. So we're going to go back to the Calvard Republic Embassy, and hopefully we'll be able to get back in. If I'm locked out of this quest now because of that, I will be very, 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 very upset. Hello, burger. Oh, that's the wrong one. Olivier, where in the hell have you been? Why, I've been places. What's wrong? What's wrong, he says. You've been totally incommunicado since you went into Almo. Major Vander's ready to throw you out a window. Oh, he wishes to launch me like a love rocket. Adorable.
Olivier, you seriously forgot to tell Mueller and the embassy you were that?
When wandering the roads, hunting for love, one must be discreet and secretive. Well, Burger, may we enter? I can't say none of you, but who's with you?
Oh, we're from the Pizza Guild. We might ask the ambassador a few things, if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us.
Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in then. Welcome to the Iranian Embassy. Do remember the embassy is Arabian soil, so please be careful, yeah?
We will be.
Right, before we go there, I'm going to quickly see if we can get back into the Calvard one. Oh, bugger. What a stupid place to put a department store. In the middle of a town where everyone's going to be able to go and visit it. I mean, come on. Why would you do that? We have to look at all of these again. It might be one of these books. Yep, so we've already read through this. Don't do that. I've got a feeling it might be the finale. Oh, for God's sake, no, it's not. Right, keep reading them all. That's what I'm thinking, that's why I'm skipping them through them all now. There we go. There is a card trapped between the pages. The door has already been opened. Join the Dance of the Valorous.
Oh, look what I found!
Oh, I get it. This is attempting to consider Republic a territory. It's absolutely a foreign mass.
And the Blue Knight's a character from the novel, I think.
Jeez, he sure is detail-orientated. Anyway, I got a feel this next one's the last of them.
Dance of the Valorous? Now where could that be? Dance of the Valorous. An opened door. A Dance of the Valorous. Valor normally is for people who have fights. It can't be the fight. It can't be the battle arena, surely. It can't be the battle arena. Because when you think of valor, you think of, like, you know, fighting with valor, fighting with honor. And it said an open door. And the guild and the actual battle arena at the moment is closed.
Huh? It's unlocked!
The entrance here should get lots as long as there's no show like the martial arts tournament. In which case...
It seems this is our goal, then.
Alright, let's get inside.
Yeah, there's nothing up. There's nothing up in the stands. There's only one way here.
The Grand Arena! Kinda nostalgic!
Feels like we were here just yesterday.
Just standing here as we were calling the admiring roar of the audience.
You invited the cast like you won the martial arts tournament. Right, Estelle? I wish I could have joined you on the field.
Thinking about it, I was still pretty amateurish. But you know, once this whole thing's cleared up, I'd like to take part in next year's martial arts competition. To test my own ability, for one.
No, that sounds like Cassius' daughter to me. I'll join on the action too.
I don't really feel like I got much of a chance against you, then.
Well, I just sing from the seats to cheer you on, Estelle. I will...
Pass!
Yeah, called it.
monsters!
This feels reminiscent of some of the old Colosseum games.
The setting is certainly apt. It's a pity we lack an audience. Here they come.
Ah, fire is its weakness. Quite powerful. Oh no, it's frozen on a stall. That's a problem. 1 second.
Take that!
If I can't use arts, neither can you.
Take that!
And if we're quick, that move will do no damage. Because there's no one there. Try and see if we got. Ah, you've got that. Cures heal.
We're good to go! Here I go!
One down. That was needed. Oh, he missed it. Damn it, that's annoying. Do you have anything else that cures freeze? Let's get some health in there as well. Wow, dude, you managed to miss again.
Let me show you the true essence of beauty.
Yeah, basically Hadouken. Good old Earth Guard. And now the deadliest enemy is out of the way.
Take that! They messed with the wrong guy.
Decent amount of experience there as well, which is pretty cool.
What was that?
It was like a magic trick. What a fabulous display! He's a fitting rival indeed.
Ugh, he's even weirder than at 40p. Well, whatever, let's check the contents.
Yep.
Received portrait of RCL. There was a card stuck to the bottom of the box.
My princess, my rival, and brave bracers. Did you enjoy the show I prepared for your arrival? As I do not wish to upset the mood of our main role, it's time for the supporting actors to take their bows. I hope you will look forward to our next chance meeting.
Some chance meeting? I wish he cut it out.
But there's something curious about it. Main role? Supporting actress? What does this mean?
Now that you mention it. Yeah, screw it. Let's go return the photo to the archives.
So it was ice demons, it seems to be, Avian. I can't thank you enough, Bracers. Still, why would that phantom thief steal a portrait of the RCL? It certainly is lovely, but it's really nothing more than a simple portrait. It holds little monetary value. And I know where it is, you gotta go and enjoy your dinner. You take it nice and smooth, Avian. Catch you later.
Well, he doesn't really care about the value, so much as he cares about putting off a good prank or two. And it's probably our fault that the museum got wrapped up in his latest one. Sorry for putting you through all this.
No need to apologize. It wasn't your doing. And if anything, I'm very pleased with how you handled this. Excellent work. Yay! So we completed the quest, which was good. So for that one, we need more cheese and dragon beans. We need to get more fish for that one, which cures faint, sleep, and petrify. The ambrosial egg is a good one as well, which cures freeze. So what I need to do actually is get grind for ingredients at some point. But for now, I can go back and rest at the inn. And then once we've done that, go to the next embassy area. Ah, yeah, that's the embassy I need to go to, the Erebonia one. So we'll go. I've just managed to do a complete lap, haven't I? I've managed to do a complete lap, like an idiot. So that's the one we need to go to next. We've already been to Calvard, so we need to do Erebonia. Then we need to do the news officers, and then after that we'll do Gransel Castle. We'll do Gransel Castle last. No, that's Shara.
Estelle, what is it? The hotel's my jet today. You should get to your assigned area.
I will, but first of all, I'm resting. You know, that fight was rather interesting because there were quite a lot of irritating status effects to deal with. But aside from that, it was actually quite a balanced fight. I like the fact that when it was going to cast its moves, we were able to kind of neuter them by simply moving out of the way. That was a lovely little feature. So, it was actually one of the more balanced fights. The status effects were annoying, I agree, but other than that, it was fine. Now this is a very plush-looking area, isn't it? The Erebonia Embassy.
This is quite the building.
Wow! This place definitely matches the Calvardian Embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time. It's very imperial, if nothing else.
It's a stage upon the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Crane would hit the roof if I heard you say that. Ah, my most bosom companion. It's been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller?
I would be better if you could cut it in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure we're constantly aware of your location and you.
Ah, but there's a tactic in the War of Love. Did you know? Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the troubles this idiot's been causing you.
Actually, it hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered, comparatively.
Then ignorance, the lunatic. I presume you all have business here at the embassy.
Yes, sir. We would like to speak to the ambassador.
Estelle explained her desire to meet with the ambassador concerning the letter.
That letter, right. I'd been somewhat cursed myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from the Brigadier General Bright and the Royal Army, I take it.
Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven. That kind of thing.
A commendable mindset. No doubt why he chose you. Very well. I shall introduce you to the Lord Ambassador Craner. I suspect you'll find it easy to gain his trust if I do the introductions as opposed to a certain someone.
Really? Thanks, Mueller.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Wait. You really have so little faith in me?
You, thought we had faith in you for this?
If you introduced us, he probably would have kicked us out.
Sorry, Olivier.
Oh, the sting of being forsaken.
The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Crane is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment.
We'll wait then.
It's interesting now, we had that side quest with the Phantom Thief, took forever to get started because the first clue was leaving me absolutely foxed. But then after that, it came really easy, purely because I was diligent enough to read all those books.
Oh, hey, it's been a while, Olivier. Are these your guests?
Indeed, one could call them guests, but I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together have been so tender, so sweet. I feel to merely call this force love does a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle?
My. Wait, does that mean you dumped Mueller? My head hurts. I think I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering.
Yeah. Something I picked up on a while ago is it would appear that despite Olivier's talk of love, he may actually be in a different kind of relationship, suggesting he's a bit like Deadpool in terms of what's attractive and appealing, which is actually pretty cool in a way. I just wish he wouldn't be so creepy about it. Oh, check out all these books. Avian, come back, you don't know what you're missing. The shelf holds the Cornelius series. Ah! So we have the Cornelia books as well. Imperial Chronicle. Ah, yeah, so there's 10 pages for this. And it's got kind of a noir kind of voice, so I'm going to do a noir voice for this. I stood there around the revolving door, scuffing the heels of my boots against the ground. pulling slightly on the collar of my trench coat. I dropped my chin and gazed at my partial reflection in the curved glass. Aside from my short-cropped hair, I wore a modest-looking, double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special-order, steel-reinforced boots, both of which gave a first-class appear to be the most common of common apparel. Yet they were, in fact, much more than the naked eye could detect. My ordinary, average appearance. It was of just as much importance today as it had been on any other day in times past. Not far off, the sound of footfalls echoed rhythmically like the steady beat of a pendulum swinging back and forth, as the frogs of those coming and going moved quickly along the cobblestone avenue, enveloped and tinged silver by the morning mist. At times, the calling voice of a street peddler disrupted the steady flow. But as soon as the shark and excited cry faded away, it would resume its course. Each morning I found myself setting foot in the Imperial City. I also found my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the somber tone of gray. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mirror in the left hand poised unexpectedly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicle. The magazine I read so often that even the ink bleeds familiar. Roughly flipping open its cover, I scanned the headlines along the top of its monochrome pages. Then suddenly my breath caught in my throat. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters. That sequence of characters which I had not heard nor seen since the time of the life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated to the spot, and for a time remained fixated. Ein Sonate. The very meaning of those letters lost on my senses as I stood motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text, until it all seemed to collapse into a single blotch of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. As I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in my past, and then slowly started to run in reverse, heading for that fateful event 3 years prior, when this name was first introduced upon me. It was on an afternoon all those years ago on a day of the land like this one, where the capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. I was a little younger than now, a 22-year-old boy who stood silently in front of the boutique door as usual, double-checking his appearance before lightly turning over to Mitch's Orbital Imperial factory. It was on this day that it had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Micht, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab, middle-aged man, I, being the armament enthusiast I was, had found myself as one of his few regular customers. I headed down a dank alleyway, and after passing through a partially rotted wooden gate, I could see the soft glow of the flickering orbital light just outside the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below street level. I first began receiving jobs from Micht about the time when the dissension began to occur in society over the 100 Days War. It was during the period the relations between the Liberal Kingdom and the Empire were at the worst, and the importation of armaments had become almost non-existent. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operation, Micht made me out to be his accomplice in crime. For the job which I received by his hand was none other than that of courier. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time, I met him in a juvie devoid of any connections in life besides. I naturally jumped at the opportunity without a moment's hesitation. Yet even after relations with the world had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give him my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being, there was no job out there which could bring me the kind of mirror this one did. With a number refined and inconspicuous appearance, I had countless times before hidden items of various sorts in my hat and trousers, and made my way hither and thither between the borders of these neighboring nations. And though to my delight, my wallet had become increasingly laden with the bounty of monetary rewards, I routinely changed my alias as a precautionary measure. So much, in fact, that these false names have built up into a list over the last few years. I'd be known as Phil, the frivolous Rooney, the trickster, and even Chris, the coward. However, Micht had always called me by one name, Toby. This was the identity I'd used in my initial job, and the one I liked above all the others. And if you think I'm going to read all volumes like that, you got another thing coming, people. So I will give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, a 1. And a 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. You can always pause this if you want to read it. gonna stop doing that countdown. It's gonna get quite annoying. I could not stop that, people. Apologies. I tried to lean as far away from the mic as I could. Now the reason I'm putting these here is I get the feeling that this is going to also have an achievement behind it. Doing all of this as a read through, it'll take me about half an hour of the stream, and I'm not doing that. So all you need to do is pause the stream and read. Because looking on my other screen, my camera does not obscure the text. Lucky me. And with the pressure those headphones are putting on my neck, I thought I'd put them back above my head. So Sister Carnelia has basically taken him hostage. Protects by the goddess using a knife. Yeah, it sounds like the kind of protection I'd get on a Friday night in Leeds. Newsflash. Not protection. So I'd say feel free to stop the replay of this and check the text as much as you like. Unfortunately, there's about another 8 chapters of this to go. The Jaeger Corps, that's the group that the other Bracers were pretending to be at the start of the game. When Annalise and Estelle were doing the quest together. We're with the Bracer Guild. I apologise for disturbing you. So the Bracers have entered the story, people. A guy called Clayton and one called Pavel. And then her name is Selnate, Ein Selnate. Yeah, you see how many pages there are here? There's going to be more than 100 pages. There's a lot of reading here. And that's why I'm trying to give you time to pause it. Because it's not something to do live. I've done 1 volume for you. I'm not doing any more. If this is something I need for a future stream, I will have to look back on it myself. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah. make it through this day alive. Sounds like things are ramping up, people. And so I don't know if the music is actually adding or reducing from the scene. But that's how RPGs go, people. That's what they do. Yeah, I thought I read this one already. I thought, hang on, this looks familiar. Yep, Sister Carnelia. The Stygian flow at the waist. A whirlwind of death, blurry with the speed at which they struck. Yep, okay. Ooh, so it looks like they're about to be wiped out. So how did it end? Was it like a teleportation spell because somebody's gone from the darkness to the air of the sun-baked earth? Level of corruption. And she had chainmail on, of course, which kept it hidden. Leave for the Calvar Republic. Oh, so he become a bracer. But it appears that he lost the only person he cared about. And that's the end of that. This time there was no achievement. How disappointing. All the books in this room are published in Liberl. Learn about someone's nation, start with their culture. You're free to read them, but please put them back where you found them when you're done. Well, the only ones I've been able to read are the Carnelia series, which I got the feeling there's a reason for. I just don't know what that reason would be. The closest Imperial city to the Liberl borders is a place called Palm. I'm actually from there, by the way. It's close to Bose, which makes it convenient to return home for visits. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the Imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners to in Erebonia. I had to switch to the railway system. Ah, the railway. Hey, Olivier, I heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. I've been working until I'm dead on my feet, getting ready for the signing ceremony. We didn't go with us, so if you did go, it was, with somebody else. Name was Zin.
So this is the office. Wow.
Indeed. Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence?
Mueller can't totally cut you in half, you know.
I apologize for the wait. Lord Craig will see you now.
Let's go then.
Apologies, people. Can't seem to get rid of the tickle on my throat. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy, guests. I am Lord Davil Grena, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land.
I'm Estelle Bright, with the Bracer Guild.
Zimvavik, also with the Guild.
I'm Chloe Rintz, second-year student at Genexwild Academy and assistant to the Bracers.
And I'm the servant of love and peace, Olivier Lenheim. Ugh, you. I'd heard you'd gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller Fjover, Olivier. Or me, for that matter. Such a dressing down. Much more and I'll have to lose my jacket. Setting that aside, you are here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know?
Okay, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact?
Why, you are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact. And no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course.
Yeah, I bet. So you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then?
What other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvard behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition, doing whatever it pleases. This is a perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Gee, Tails, you think the mob who thinks like that? Ha! All I can say for certain is that the other person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you.
Excuse me, Lord Craner. May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion on the non-aggression pact is?
What?
Flawless riposte, Chloe. Him? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government. The Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gilead Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto. Our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the rail system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means. Alex? Wait, you mean he...
Olivier! How can you criticize your empire's chancellor?
Ah, but Darville, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochrane over at the Calvardian Embassy.
She was quite helpful, you see.
What?
Why, if we don't help these people now, it will give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree?
My Lord Kleiner, there's no need to keep the information related to this incident hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case would not present a problem. You have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Miss, Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear he is actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it.
Really? That's because he's looking forward to getting the engine, right?
No. Apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad that there is harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say this still, but it's looking like there isn't really any chance of someone from the Empire.
Yeah, looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions.
See? It is as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere.
Oh, but, one sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question.
Estelle asked Lord Craner about Ren's parents.
Yes, a most pitiable situation. The separation of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell? I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth, Mueller?
No, I've never heard of some man either. Really? Ah, it's starting to look kind of grim.
To start at once for both a blackmailer and the lost child's parents sounds most trying. It may seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young Yeti.
Thanks, Mr. Lord Craner.
Allow me to show you to the gate then.
I imagine you must be having a difficult time trying to find the culprit. Now, I suppose that there was some clue, any clue at all, we ought to be in the position we are now. Still, don't hesitate to let us know if we can be of assistance.
Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the Grand Ambassador was a big help.
No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Indeed.
I do hope we can solve this.
Huh? Olivier, you're awful quiet.
Oh, it's nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind.
Okay.
Olivier, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're in Grand Cell, yes?
Where else? I would not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed as always.
What?
Oh my.
Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole.
Ah, so that's the direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day.
Alternatively, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I could explain to the Lord Craner.
That would be rather less lovely. Forget the joke, my friend.
So that's how you keep Olivier under control. Maybe I should write this down.
I said he matched each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation.
Thanks again, Mr. Mueller. With the embassy out of the way, all that's left is a little bit of news. Hopefully Niall or someone will be able to help us. Hopefully. Shall we be off?
Yes, indeed we shall. So I'm going to quickly save my game. Apologies for that. I just need to take a very, very brief comfort break. Yes, when you're broadcasting, people, don't put yourself in a situation where you can't take a quick break. It's actually a good thing to do where you can. Admittedly, because I'm going to be on for about, well, it depends on what happens next in the game, really. I don't need to take a long break, but obviously, depending on the game, sometimes you do need to. Yeah, we have 104 BP. We're rank E.
Good work. It seems you've successfully completed your objectives. If you complete any other tasks, come report again.
So the only one we've got now is a monster somewhere in the sewers called the Mad Tree. That can wait for now. I hope. I pray. So this is where we're hopefully going to find the news department, talk to Niall, and then we'll go from there.
Welcome to the Liberal News Service. If you have business with reporters, please go to the editorial room on the second floor.
Is Dorothy going to be here is the question. No, I don't see Niall. Now I'm on the culture column, so I don't have a super tight schedule like some of the people above me. But the flip side of that is I get used hard to help out with other things. It's not easy. If anything, I'm so busy it's kind of depressing.
Oh, Estelle.
Hey, Chief. It's been a while.
What do you need today? Yeah? Business with Niall?
Yeah, got some questions for Gil business. Is he back from Rwanda yet?
Yeah, he's back, but I think he steps outside to do some coverage.
Ah, figures. He always does seem pretty busy.
Well, that's that job after all. Don't know where he is, but I heard he'll be back by evening.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
It seems we should start somewhere else.
Yeah, let's come over to the last place to visit. Right, in which case we need to go to the castle. We need to go to Castle and then Le Bowl, so that's kind of cool. Okay. Le Bowl News, I mean. We're already in Le Bowl. I say, with the remake of Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky First Chapter coming later on this year, I'm intrigued if we're going to get an announcement for second chapter as well. Unless they decide to make a uber-length remake of the first game with this included, which I can't see happening, I think it's going to be a case of getting announced later. Right, okay, let's go and talk to... Say, you're the winners of the martial arts competition, right?
Yes, that's...
Thanks for your help back then. Hey, no worries. What brings you here today? If you're here to see someone, that can certainly be arranged. I just don't have to walk around the palace. That's the key, too.
Actually, I'm here on business today.
Which is to say, hello, Dan. It's been a while.
Your Highness! Hey, Princess Claudia! We were not aware you returned.
Sorry to startle you two. I'm afraid I'm here on business, though. Estelle and I have some things in the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass, please?
Of course, Your Highness. Why are you command, my lady?
Wow!
Only slightly popular, isn't she? I think I'm starting to get why that dude got so jealous. Now entering, Ladies Chloe and Estelle and her entourage. Open the gate. Please come in.
Thank you, you two. Well, Estelle, welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in.
Thanks. Okay, time to nose around the castle a bit. So obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia. I want to ask about the letter and just say hi, but... Let's see, who else? Julia's gone, right?
Yes, she's currently in Ashton Fortress, overseeing the refitting of the art sale.
Well, that's gonna make things a bit harder on us. She probably could have gotten us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could be conferred, I wonder?
With Julia Anson, I think our best bet is Hilda, at least concerning Ren's parents. If the Haywards ever visited the castle, she would know. Yeah, Hilda seems to have these sort of castle sense about these things. So where would we find them, you think? Grandmother should be in their chambers at this hour. And Hilda, if she isn't in the maid's room, they can tell us where she is at least. Good idea! Maid's room in the Queen's chambers. Off we go!
Only feels like yesterday when I was here in first chapter getting ready to go down to the base at that place. At the moment, catches Schwartz at the Royal Guard's way. Welcome to Gronsel Castle.
Oh, the maid quarters? Go straight ahead for a while, and you'll see a big entrance. The door on the right of that is the entrance to the maid quarters. What is it? I'm very sorry, but I'm busy cleaning here.
Why, you're hiding us, Claudia. I see you're most well today. May I ask what brings you to my humble kitchen? And then he turns away before we can answer. Once I closed that door leading to the sewers and finally stuck in so many rats in our storehouse. Really, the nerve they had to chew on the food that brought so much effort in. Nasty, nasty little creatures. The door is tightly closed. I thought there might have been a cutscene for that, given that's where we went down into to take on the Colonel. As we appeared for a secret door. Ah, it says bras out here. Right, that makes sense. Oh, imagine my wife's enjoying non-stop fishing by now. At this rate, not only am I going to be worthless as a man, but my position as her husband will also be in danger. Alright, if I just train a secret, I'm sure I can catch it to my wife. My duties are slowly normalizing, but I'm still busy. As ever, there are still many inquiries from the citizenry about the coup d'etat. I'm in charge of various tasks of reparations, but there's just a mountain of problems to get through. We're still cleaning up after the coup d'etat. Right now I'm investigating the Intelligence Division's budgets and their real expenses. From the looks of it, there are signs the budget was manipulated. Where could this money have gone to? And there's nothing else of value here. To think that the state-of-the-art RCL can go even further. I wonder what kind of ship it'll become. I'm afraid Captain Schwartz isn't here right now. She's currently stationed at Leiston Fortress for the changing of the RCL's engine. Ah, there's a door there. Oh, boo. It brings us back into the bleeding pantry. Right, okay, let's go and find the maid quarters. But first...
Miss Estelle. And Miss Claudia. Mr. Zen, too. But pardon me, it's been quite some time.
It sure has.
Yeah, imagine when you let me in uniform, Shira.
Who? Estelle is a maid?
Yeah, it was to meet with the Queen. Oh, and Joshua had to own too. She did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh my. Thank you very much.
Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia so perfectly, also portrayed a maidservant. Oh, noble endeavors both. I am sure it must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet.
Oh, right, Sarah. Do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mistress Hilda's in the library. As I recall, she had something to look up. The library! Got it!
Yep, so we need to go to the library. Yep, there's the lockers, where Estelle and Joshua became maids. Because of course Johnny Young Bosch would be the guy who can pull off that look. Yep, good old Johnny Young Bosch.
He can, 'cause he's the king.
Honestly, I would love for Johnny Umbosh to become a guest at a con I was attending. I would go out of my way to meet Johnny Umbosh. He is an absolute icon.
Oh well, time to start cleaning the guest rooms. Once I'm done with the guest rooms, it's have to help tidy the library.
Yep, so the library is where we need to go, but I want to see if anyone's knocking around here. Or if there's anything knocking around here too. But I'm not seeing absolutely anything at the moment. Ah, I think I found you.
Princess Claudia. And Miss Estelle, too. Hello, Hilda. I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi, Hilda. Sorry I've been out of touch. It's quite all right. I'm glad to see you well. I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you home safe. Hilda? You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Can we ask you a few questions, Hilda? If I could be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be too many onlookers here to speak, however. Let's borrow a guest room. Yes, I see. You're attending to the investigation that letter we received, then. I take it you want to know if I had any idea who the sender might be. That's it, exactly. We're investigating all the locations and received letters to see if we can ferret out any clues. Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it's not anyone in the castle. Yeah, we kind of figured that one. Who was the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I check all letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that...
Pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of royal decisions, for example.
Oh, well... Hilda, please, help us for my sake and no one else's. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions per se. They were largely petitions to reduce or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Groundsel, but the rest I cannot be sure on. You want Colonel Richard freed?
No less expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures, even after his capture and shaming.
The Colonel was very skilled and competent, everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him.
I'll personally bet on those letters not being related to our little incident. Requesting something on the royal hand is some one thing. Trying to force her to do something is a whole different thing altogether.
Well, still, even though the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I want to ask about something else.
Estelle asked Hilda about the Hayworths.
Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Yes, I remember him. Say what? Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey! Alas, this provides with little clues to where the Hayworths may have gone. Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? Their child greatly enjoyed the tour, however, her parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the whole thing. They seemed even-tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain.
Not able to pay attention to coming to see a place as a tourist. Sounds like something was on their minds, alright.
Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble, even then.
This may give us a clue as to where they went.
Thank you very much, Hilda. I think it's given us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess, you will stay here in the castle tonight, I trust. And if your friends lack accommodations... I had intended to stay here on Grancel, yes, but, you know. Well, how about everyone? Oh, you forget. They're expecting me to be a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however.
Yeah, and I've got what's basically permanent rule in the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I gotta decline this time.
I should probably ask Sarah and Tina before committing to anything. We've got rent, too.
That's true. It sounds like she loves the castle. I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay.
Thanks, Hilda.
Thank you, Hilda. Not at all. I must return to the maid quarters. Please let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me.
Okay, so we're starting to meet with the Queen. She should be in the chambers, right?
Yes, I'd be surprised she isn't.
Let us not keep her waiting then.
Yeah, so, I did say that I was sus of the whole party suddenly turning up. But it seems that we got no clues about the criminal, but they seemed under big strain. So, we'll talk with the Queen, and we might just have time to go and speak to Niall. Are we on the ground floor here? Ah, that's the throne room. So I think it was here and up the stairs. Yes, that's right. And here's the massive balcony, including the spot where Joshua did what he did. I'm actually going to return to that spot just in case there's any special scene here. Oh, that's disappointing. I'm disappointed by that. I was hoping Estelle might have a scene here. Now that might be an overnight jobby. If we do stay at the castle, Estelle might go there to try and get some clues as to why Joshua left the way he did. Please pass through. Why, Lady Claudia? If you're looking for a match to the Queen, she's currently resting in her room. Well, she's not in her room now, mate, so let's go upstairs. Ah, this is where we fought with Shara against Lancel.
Oh, you finally arrived.
Huh?
Grandmother.
Squee! But Sieg?
I see. Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes. He let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you are always welcome so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything, not long after you left the train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden.
Oh, thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a big help. So I'm okay, don't worry.
I see. Your soul has gained new steel since we met last, Estelle. Mr. Vathek and Mr. Lenheim, both of you, of course, are always so welcome in my home. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some tea prepared. Ah, so you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they had been sent to the cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It is difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank.
Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated to the case, to see if we can find some clues.
Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible? Especially someone within Laburl. Claudia, what do you think?
Me?
As a possible heir, your thoughts should barely be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me?
Very well.
I don't believe there's any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pact. I've heard in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very concerned. Their frustrations might be at the root of these letters. Maybe. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same.
Sorry, but I don't follow.
Alan, Colonel Richard, was not the only man who approved the idea of expanding and empowering our military. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety.
Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion? Like the intelligence division guy still on the run?
That would be the short of it, yes. If that is the case, then I would say I bear the responsibility for this as much as they. It was my beliefs that led them to take such action in the first place, after all.
Grandmother, I don't know. I don't think you have the right to be all bleh. Let's find people be scary because we're sore losers.
No, there are few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment and a war footing do so out of love for the Burl and its people. They have as much right to express that idea as any of us have ours. And listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility.
So in that case, I rather doubt they'll actually try to stop the ceremony, yes?
Assuming the latter is from the expansionists, yes, that's quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies in the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that is the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice or knowledge.
Oh, rats!
Queen Alicia, if I may broach a question?
Of course, Olivier. Whatever you wish.
Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled by the coup attempt. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others.
Olivier, you are talking to a queen, you know.
It's all right, Estelle. Olivier has a point. The plans and proposals for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would not only harm the dignity of the nation, the Crossbell issue is causing a great deal of friction as well, and I hope this can help.
Crossbell? That's where Ren's from, isn't it? Yes, it lies due northeast of here, over the Chrome Mountains and directly between Erebonia and Calvard. Both the Republic and Empire claim it should be part of their governments, and some Crossbellans want total independence. It's quite a mess.
Crossbell's basically a fishbowl stuck in two throats at once. All the issues surrounding it just get called the Crossbell problem.
I see. Boy, no wonder people get worked up about it then.
Ah, so your aim is to pluck the bone out with this pact then?
To combine the analogy, it is not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, sadly. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes, laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Le Burl spurred it on.
I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Le Burl was far more of a fool's errand than I'd have realized. That much at least is painfully obvious to me now.
What are you going on about? Oh wait, Crossbell, Ren, dear. Sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but...
Estelle asked Queen Alicia about Ren's parents.
My goodness, a child abandoned at the royal villa. I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems.
I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty.
No, I'm very sorry, I do not. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken with her?
Yeah, we did. Hilda only said they were behaving a little strangely.
I see. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell and the Crossbell government. If that would help, ask whatever you need.
Oh, thanks! Grandmother, thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately. But,
Don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say, I think. You'll be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then, once you are no longer busy.
alright.
My goddess, such royalty! I would say she's the only person on the continent with that sense of balance.
Yeah, sort of feels weird to say come from democracy, but she's the perfect ruler. I kind of envy LeBurl, to be honest.
Of course! She's the queen after all! Chloe, what's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman grandmother is. I really doubt I can ever live up to her.
Oh. Princess, when did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne?
She was 20 if I recall correctly.
And may I ask your age?
I'm 16, but what?
My point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you were not even yet as old as she was when she first donned the purple. I said at the point of comparing yourself to her as she is now. Wouldn't you agree?
We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like, say, Walter, only reach their peak for a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time, don't worry.
Olivier, Zin, thank you, really. Good job, you two. Chloe's gonna be an awesome queen someday. I guess you could go with pet talk so you get older, huh?
Get older? How rude! I'm a fresh, youthful 25. 5 years younger than Zin here, even.
You don't want to call someone being rude, Olivier.
Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and grandmother both. Yeah, back to town then, I guess. Yeah, let's be off.
Right, I'm going to quickly save my game there. So just need to take a quick comfort break again, one moment. So we're going to go to LeBurl News. We'll deal with that. And then after that, we'll be wrapping up. So let's get on down out of the castle. This is where modern fast travel is missed. It really is. Oh, it's dark. Evening already? Time does fly by when you're having fun.
Now she'll be there by now, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
Alright, let's get over to the newspaper.
So now we have the dusk version of LeBurl, which I actually really like. I like the fact that it has the day-night in a way. So they were over on the West Block, I believe. LeBurl News. That guy running at a high speed always freaks me out. I always feel like I'm about to get ambushed by enemies. Even though so far we've not been attacked in town. Apart from certain events. We don't have random encounters here. So let's quickly find Niall. I don't see Niall. Oh, Estelle, now just go back.
Really?
Yeah, he's upstairs in the reference room. That expression is one he wears when he didn't get a scoop.
The Imperial Ambassador and the Republic Ambassador. I've interviewed both of them. They're pretty weird if you ask me. They never talk about important things. Especially Ambassador Craner of the Empire. His comments were absolutely unprintable.
As long as you censor them, no one's gonna care. No sign of Dorothy.
There he is! Hey! Niall! Hello!
Who in the hell? Well, what do you know? You guys, how you doing?
Good day, Niall.
Pardon our intrusion. Ah, it's that Bard guy, your highness. Good to see you, yeah. You even have Zen the Immovable Calvar with you. You got kind of a gang going here, Estelle.
A lot of stuff's happened since we last met. Had your coverage of the election a while ago.
Damn, well, that's how. Got the article done thanks in part to you guys. Speaking of which, what brings you around here today? Got a hot scoop for your old buddy Niall?
Well, actually, we're the ones who'd like to know something. We heard the LaBelle News received a threatening letter.
You guys are investigating that thing. I figured the military would be taking care of that one.
We're working on a request from the military, actually. So, do you know anything?
Well, I just got back to the capital, so I don't know much. To be honest, I'd like to hear what you guys know, if anything.
That's real helpful, Niall.
Come now, you're a newsman, a hound for a good story. Surely you must have a clue as to who our villain is. Yeah, I don't have time for this.
That's a bit impolite, you two. Niall, I know it's a lot to ask, but please, if you know anything at all, share it with us. Please.
Well, hey, you highness, you don't even lower your head at me. For crying, fine. Okay, so this is off the record, but we ain't the only ones that got a letter, not even close. Blasted Fortress got one, then the Cathedral, the Airship Company, the Hotel Royal, and then both embassies, Granslow Castle, and the Urbe Royal Villa all got one too. There were 9 letters in total. Huh? Something wrong?
Niall, we heard that from the military already.
What? Damn it, that was my big scoop for the day. Doesn't look like we're gonna get much out of this.
Yeah, it's time to move on, I think.
Now, just wait 1 second, Missy. You get talking like that, and now Burns, star reporter of the Liberal News, is gonna have a name worth a pile of crap. All right. Let me let you in on my take on this whole mess.
Well, okay.
You may want to be brief, Mr. Burns. Fine, listen up. Here's the short of it. My gut tells you this is some sort of huge prank. The threats aren't real.
We find that too.
You sound awfully sure, though. My tone is why you're so convinced. Okay, trick is I've covered terrorist threats like this before, right? But with this, there's no reality to the threat. Threats only work and have power if they describe, or at least imply, something nasty that's going to happen, see? These letters have exactly none of that. Mr. Burns does have a point. Disaster will be visited upon you does not offer much in the way of a specific terror. Exactly. I got a hunch this isn't about stopping the sinus ceremony at all. This is more about getting people worked up over a threat, and then sitting back and watching the fireworks.
I see. That's kind of a good point. There is some sense behind it. I'm still bothered by the fact that so many letters were sent, though. And each and every one was sent to a place involved in the ceremony.
Yeah, for a prank, whoever did this seems to know a lot about what's happening. That does seem kind of true, on the surface. Think about it, though. All that info would have been pretty easy to find with a little digging. Hell, I knew about these places weeks ago. Anyway, I'm going to be working this on the assumption it's a prank. Maybe you guys should stick to your guns about it being a real threat. I'll be comparing those later, eh?
Yeah, good idea. Thanks, Niall. That actually helps out a lot.
Darn right it did. Just stop by if you want to stop stores. I was sitting around there until the pack's signed.
Okay. Oh, speaking of sitting around here, I don't see Dorothy anywhere.
All right. She's off working with Bo's region. I sent her the snacks and photos.
What? For a special of some kind?
Yeah, related to the Royal Army. You remember that old fort the Skybounds are using as a base, right? The one you guys busted? The Army decided those rats had the right idea, and have claimed and repurposed it as a training facility. They're running airship pilot training out of there now.
Oh, okay. Neat. So she wanted to take coverage of the base, then?
That's the idea, yeah. I was a little worried about sending her around on her own, but I gotta do it sometime.
Dorothy out on the road, huh? Scary. Oh, wait, duh. Speaking of girls out on the road.
Huh? What's up? Let's start explaining the situation with Brandon's parents. Harold Hayworth, traded for Crossbell. Yeah, I never heard of that guy. Pretty sure it's never been in our classifieds or our wanted column either.
Yeah, figures.
But hey, it's part of the job, right? You guys totally stuck. I'll help you out. I can put them up in the classifieds if you want. I even have a few people in Crossbell I can poke.
Thanks, Niall. You're way more reliable than I thought you'd be. I think I need to agree my opinion of you.
Yeah, of course you do. Wait a minute, what you mean? Was I not reliable before?
Just kidding.
Alright, let's get back to the guild house then. Sure as I should be back by now. Hopefully, yes.
Thank you again, Niall.
Yeah, it was no big. Come by anytime. Right, so as we've investigated those 4 areas, what we're going to do is save our game there, and as you can see, we checked it all, so what we're going to do now is go back and report it. So with that in mind, that is where we are going to wrap up for this evening. Now, tomorrow night here on Twitch.tv on Chris JT 1985's channel, you can check out a playthrough of Spyro the Reignited Trilogy. I am going to be back on Monday evening as we carry on exploring in Metaphor Re-Fantasio. And do pay attention to Queen 3210 out there as well with her Persona 3 Reload playthrough over on YouTube. Until next week, thank you all very, very much for watching. And seriously, Ren, how did that bartender not spot you?